In the quaint town of Wisteria, nestled between rolling hills and flowering wisteria vines, lived two young women whose lives were about to intertwine in unexpected ways. Clara, a budding painter newly moved into the neighborhood, spent her days capturing the town's beauty with her brushes and palette. Ella, on the other hand, was a violinist in the local orchestra, her music often floating out of her open apartment window, enchanting anyone fortunate enough to walk by. Clara noticed Ella one sunny afternoon while setting up her easel near the town square. The sweet melody of a violin drew her gaze towards a tall, slender figure by an open window. Clara's heart skipped a beat. The violinist's focus and flair stirred something deep inside her. Entranced, Clara began incorporating the mysterious musician into her paintings, her brushstrokes subtly capturing the curve of her jaw, the gentle sway of her hands. Days passed, and as Clara painted, Ella noticed her too. She would often pause, violin in hand, watching the passionate painter from her window. Their silent interactions became the highlight of Clara's mornings, prompting her to finally gather her courage. Packing one of her paintings, she made her way to Ella's building, her heart pounding with a mix of nerves and excitement. Knocking hesitantly, Clara found herself face to face with Ella, who smiled warmly, easing the painter's anxiety immediately. "I see you noticed the music," Ella said playfully, noticing the violin depicted in Clara's artwork. Blushing, Clara nodded, handing over the canvas as a token of her admiration. Ella, moved by the gesture, invited Clara inside, and they spent the afternoon talking about art, music, and the charm of Wisteria. Over the following weeks, their friendship blossomed, just like the wisteria around their homes. They began creating together, Clara painting Ella as she played, each brushstroke mirroring each note, intertwining their crafts and feelings more each day. Soon, their shared afternoons turned into shared evenings as they eagerly explored their connection, gentle and tentative. The town's annual spring festival was fast approaching, and the duo decided to collaborate on a performance piece that would combine their talents. They worked tirelessly, their excitement growing as they created something uniquely theirs. On the night of the festival, under strings of twinkling lights and swaying wisteria, Clara set up her completed paintings around the stage while Ella tuned her violin. As Ella began to play, Clara painted alongside her, their performance a dance of color and sound that held the audience in rapt attention. As the final note lingered in the air, intertwined with the fading daylight, Ella set her violin down, stepping closer to Clara. Hand in hand, before the spellbound crowd, they shared a tender kiss, their emotions painted across the sky just as vividly as Clara's colors on the canvas. Their collaboration was a turning point, marking not just a successful fusion of arts, but also the beginning of a deeper bond. Wisteria, once just a backdrop to their stories, had become the foundation of their love, woven through music and art, heartbeats syncing like a well-rehearsed symphony. Years later, Clara and Ella would still reminisce about that enchanted evening when their hearts first danced to the tune of Love's Promise. Within the walls of their shared studio, surrounded by paintings and melodies, they continued to inspire not just each other, but also the town that had watched their love story unfold beneath the wisteria.